Hey there! I fear it is about time to clean out the backlogs of calls and nonsense I've been involved in, since I have a lot to do and this is the most expedient way to do it. Now, I know most of you who are going to listen to this are likely artists, which is perfectly fine. These types of videos tend to give all the context within the recorded call, so screen caps and other things aren't really needed. However, I want to make a deal with all of you doodlers. So here it is. You like these calls? Awesome! I'll be glad to provide them. I only ask that you also watch the stuff I enjoy putting out as well, whether that be show reviews, toy reviews, whatever. I will feed you artists, but I'd like a little bit of support in the things that don't make me want to throttle everything forever. Thank you. On that note, I've also heard the complaints about some of the language we use in these calls. While there are certain words that have been in my vocabulary longer than most of you have been alive, they're genuinely things I'm trying to break the habit of using. But that's only me. I cannot control what others say, so I'm trying to take my time to censor those words for an easier listening experience for all of you. It'll take me more time and I may miss things here or there considering how long a lot of these calls are, so please be patient with me. Another thing I need to note is that you're going to hear the voices of a couple of people that I clearly no longer associate with, but just so you're aware, there's also going to be a couple of segments from this specific call that are, well, snipped. One is because somebody goes into way too much personal information, and the second is, well, I go on a long tirade about something none of you are going to care about that has to do with a website from 20 years ago. So, that's also snipped, because no one wants to listen to the old man ramble about something like that. Just wanted to make sure we're clear about that up front. Now, what's today's call about? Well, here's the backstory. I run a server called the Senate. We're internally referred to as a virtuous bully cabal. It's a barbarian server where people from different parts of the internet can show up and generally speak their minds. It's also a place where we do conflict resolution. It gets wild there. After the fallout of Jar's videos about his past, I got a unique person knocking on my proverbial internet door. This person went by the name of BoxOvFox. The short story on that is that they realized how bad their behavior was, wanted to make amends with certain content creators, and start anew. Not in terms of content creation, but just in terms of a general online presence. I'm willing to give most people a chance, so I facilitated this as best as I could. And genuinely, a lot of progress has been made. Their previous actions have not been repeated, apologies have been issued, and they're doing pretty well. But in September of last year, someone by the name of Spooky showed up and said they wanted to air out all of their grievances with Box. As this is Senate, I allowed it and the call was joined. Be warned, this call gets crazy. It includes discussions of doxing, deranged obsession, terminally online behavior, and the initial source of this conflict is going to leave you scratching your head and wondering how these people survived for so long without someone constantly reminding them to breathe. Enjoy. Now, I know a lot of people in this sphere tend to use gameplay content, but instead I'm going to complete a Gundam model kit that was already broken to begin with, but, whatever. Yay! Alright, Spooky, you're gonna need to unmute so we can chat. Because I don't want to look at a screen the whole time.
I don't blame you.
Alright, so I want you to tell me exactly what's going on here in your own words so we can get started.
Alright, that's not a problem. I was made aware of a comment. I was looking through videos, listening to videos, and I was made aware of a comment that was mentioning my name. And I just kind of was reading through it to see if it was anything important, and I'm seeing my name kind of thrown out there to you. And I wanted to clear up any misnomers about myself, because my name's been quite thrown around lately in Twitter and on practically any other social media about myself, and I just want to clear up any rumors.
Okay, so you seem to have beef with BoxOvFox, yes?
I do have a history with them, yes.
I would like to hear it, please.
My history with Box has started all the way back in year 2007, where they decided for some reason to troll a friend of mine. At the time, he was known as Punish Creepswork, but now just goes by Creepswork. I don't know what possessed them to do it, but he was working on a story, and at the time, he had broken up with Icy Hazard, but they're now known as Clown Teeth. So they broke up, they went their separate ways, and then Box decided to get on Twitter under the handle of Forest Walker and say, hey, I work for this author, I'm his editor, I can help you out. He takes the help because, free help, whatever. And next thing I know, a couple days later, Fox outs themselves. They have an argument on Twitter. I guess they blocked each other, and then I come in, finding this all from creeps that Fox had written a weird fan fiction of their characters beating up his. So I went in thinking, okay, well, I'm more calm and rational. Let's see if I can do anything. And I try to talk to Fox and try to work things out, and it just didn't work out. It just ended up in an argument between one another. And from there on out, it resulted in, it just didn't result very well. It resulted in us just calling each other names, and then I just blocked them and moved on and told Creeps what he needed to do. It involved from there.
Okay, so this has been going on since what, 2009 you said?
2017.
Oh, 2017.
I believe.
Okay.
Yes.
I thought you said 2007, 2009 for some reason. Okay, so explain to me why exactly you guys just can't leave each other alone.
To be honest, sir, I get roped into situations because for some reason, I don't know what it is, I make friends with people and then Box has beef with them and then I get roped into it.
Okay, first and foremost, let me go ahead and correct you on one thing. You don't get roped into anything. I get roped into things. And then Jace makes fun of me for getting roped into things.
Yes.
You, like me, make actual choices. The difference is that I run this room and you don't. So, I think you do it of your own volition, personally. You do have agency for your own actions. So this has been going on now for 5 years. And magically every person you're friends with has beef with Box. Don't you think that's a bit odd?
I don't know, I guess. I mean, I just join people and talk to them, and then Box somehow just shows up, and I'm like, okay, this is happening.
Okay, but let me tell you how unusual that is. I'm going to use exact examples here in this call. Random pool guy, could you unmute?
Affirmative.
Alright, so in the most direct way possible, one could say we are friends, yes?
Yes.
Alright.
You.
You ever had any personal beef with...
No.
Okay, thank you. Let's go down the list. Lego Mox... Actually, no, you have had personal beefs. Randarian, please unmute.
That'd be rude.
Okay, so... You and I are not technically friends, but we occupy the same space. So, have you ever had beef with...
Nope.
Do you have any clue who is?
Nope.
Alright, how about you, Maji? Welcome back, by the way. I know you've been gone a while.
Yeah, fuck you.
Maji's dead.
Wait, what about me?
Not Baiji, Maji.
Yeah, Baiji.
Alright, Scully. Or Skivilli, or however you pronounce your name. Can you unmute?
Skvilli.
Alright. Have you ever had issue with somebody by the name...
No, I think the point has been proven.
Thank you. Yes, okay, so... How is it every person you run into seems to have beef with this one person, but you don't? Or rather, you continue to make friends with these same type of people. I'm curious. Do they all, have this obsession with the commentary community? Is that why?
I believe so. To some degree, they do have connections with the commentary community.
Well, my first bit of advice to you is going to be get a better diversity of friends, because the commentary community is a garbage pile. Thank you, Jace. And this has been going on for 5 years. You keep getting involved because you have a hate boner for BoxOvFox, and you haven't been able to move on because why?
Why? I believe I stick up for my friends when they try to come out about Box, and Box will circle the wagon and try to silence them. They've done this multiple times, and then when I speak out against them or say something about it, it doesn't get me anywhere, so I leave it alone for a while, and then I get roped back into it again.
Alright. How does Box try to silence people exactly?
I have seen them do this with Super Menace because Super Menace one day wanted to come out about things about the name's Junkie, and Fox was just telling them that their incident with them was a long time ago, but Super Menace said, "Well, I still want to talk about it. It still happened to me." And out of nowhere, when Super Menace is gonna say, "I'm gonna make a video," he had like a list of videos he was gonna make, and then next thing I know, Box and Junkie are just pretty much on him on Twitter, going bananas and making fun of him in every which way. And he just decided just to make a parody video because he knew there's no point. I think his mistake was if you're going to make a video about someone, you don't announce it.
Okay, so here's what Box is saying. Back in 2017, Creepswork was a writer and thought his crap didn't stink. I, as an English major in college, took offense. He was acting like his writing was amazing, acting like it was crap to do basic writing, hiding all of this information about the character. So I acted as an interested editor, wasn't even sly. Within 1 or 2 hours of him under a brand new rando account, he told me everything I needed to write a sort of fan fiction of his characters fighting mine. Normally this would be a flattery thing, but he got very upset and went as far as to contact my family. I will also say that the family leaking thing was my own fault. I was big dumb. Not going to justify that. Did this seriously start over squabbles of fan fiction?
Only from the commentary community.
No, I need to know, is that accurate or is that incorrect?
Yeah, that's pretty much what it started off, and I was trying to talk to Box and tell him to leave my friend alone, and it was like apparently I had insulted and hurt their feelings, and I was telling them to focus on their life, and apparently I was the bad guy for doing that. I was made out to be a villain, sir.
Sir. Okay. Okay, first and
Sorry.
foremost, tell the chat how old you are.
I'm 33.
I am 37. You don't need to call me sir.
Wow.
Like at all. There's only a 4-year difference. But I appreciate it, but you don't really need to do that. But more importantly, so this all started because of cringe fan fiction? This has been going on for 5 years because of cringe fan fiction?
This is what I'm trying to state. I approached Box asking them to leave my friend alone, saying you have better things on the table. Because at the time, they were dropping out of college. They had issues with their family and their finances. In fact, they admitted on their live stream, which was called My Truth, that they only had 8 single hours of work. And I didn't know that at the time. And all I asked them is, hey, if you don't like my friend's story, you think he's an absolute asshole, and you think that he's horrible, why are you going after his story? Focus on your life, what makes, what's more important. And then that was apparently like stabbing them or something. I wasn't trying to stab them. I was telling them to move on. That there's more important things. And then me and my friend were made out to be a fucking, villain. Like, Clown had made a video stating that we were trying to get Box fired. We weren't trying to get Box fired. What we were trying...
Did you contact Box's employer about all this?
Well, we were told that a author, who they don't probably want me to mention, we didn't know the author was related to them, because I had told Creeps that authors normally don't send people, out to randomly, random people on, like, the internet and whatnot. They usually will,
okay.
If they're gonna, like, put a reference themselves out there, they would contact you.
I just need you to answer the question. Did you contact Box's employer over this?
We didn't. It's not their employer, but yes, we did contact the author. Correct.
Wait, I'm confused. The author of what?
Box claimed to be an editor or an
Right.
author.
The author being this Super Menace person, yes?
No, the author's name, and I don't want this repeated because it is their real name, is.
Well, don't say their last name. Just say the first name. That's fine. We don't need the full thing.
Oh my God. You could have called him anything. You could have called
Yeah,
him
whatever. Regardless, nobody's gonna do anything here.
Okay,
Is
so it
like
doesn't.
ghost
it
is
doesn't
ghost
matter.
names not a thing?
No,
to
apparently
people?
not. But here's the thing. Like, so this all started from a cringe fan fiction. You getting a hold of somebody who wrote the story, and Box claimed to be an editor. So they contacted
Right.
the author. So you contacted the author to complain about BoxOvFox?
We contacted the author because we didn't know whether Box was telling the truth. So we just wanted to ask. That's all we asked. Does this person work for you? And they said no.
What was your intent in calling this person?
My intent was to find out whether Box was telling the truth or not, because I don't know whether people are telling me the truth or not.
Would it have
And
mattered?
also, I didn't know whether Creeps was telling me the truth or not. So I just verified
End
that
of the-
they
end
were
of the
telling
day,
the truth or not.
Let's assume BoxOvFox lied. Just out of the gate, BoxOvFox lied about being somebody's editor. Would it really have mattered?
I believe it matters because I don't like my friends being lied to that they're, an editor.
Of course it matters in the principle. I'm not arguing that. I apologize. Let me restate what I actually mean. Do you think it mattered to the point that you needed to get other parties involved to call out somebody you think is lying to them? Because when somebody makes a claim about something, the burden of proof's on them, not you.
Right, all you have to do is go prove it. And if they can't, they're fucking lying. Simple. You don't have to contact anybody. That's like a very unnecessary, more work for you thing to do for some reason.
Right.
Yeah. So
But-
you were 28 at the time, so it's kind of odd that you didn't know that. But more importantly, so this all stemmed from that and has now been going on for 5 years. I want you to tell me the absolute worst thing BoxOvFox has done.
Well, as far as that I'm aware, recently, other than them stemming from the cringe, apparently, I don't know how this is really weird to rope this all in, but I do know a person named Babe. At the time, I thought it was them. Someone had contacted my ex, and they messaged him a whole bunch of horrible stuff, and he just felt like not living anymore. And I found all of this on Christmas Eve.
Okay.
And
Was that Box who did that?
no, at the time
Oh.
I thought it was Box.
Okay.
Well,
It
that
turned
does-
out to be another person named Babe.
Okay.
Well,
but
it doesn't really.
I-
Yeah, he asked what Box did. That was the absolute worst, not somebody else.
The only thing I have seen them do is pretty much harass my friends
Okay.
and drag my name through the mud, and it's not been telling the truth about me. I think
Oh.
that would be the only thing that I could say the worst they have done.
Well, let's take turns on that one. How have they harassed your friends?
Well, one, they contacted my friend just to troll him for really, really petty reasons. They have tried to silence my friend Super Menace on Twitter and on Discord.
Okay, hold on. You're dropping a lot of things. So let's go one by one. Contact thing. What do you mean by that? To troll them? What were they doing?
Creeps at the time was developing his own little character, and he didn't have very much. And then as soon as Clown and him broke up, Box, for some reason, felt the liberty to message them and troll them. Or at least that's what they had claimed. And when that happened, I tried to talk to him, it didn't work out, and it blew up into something far worse, and then a video was made on us. And with the other, if you want me to continue with the others,
Sure.
Yeah, but only in detail. Like, I don't need you to just go like, oh, he did. I need explanations.
right? The other one, my friend Lulabelle and Nimi Scribbles were involved, and what they basically had done to them, I had found out through a video through Yo-Yo. I believe it's 3639. They had basically told two of my friends to Google search a doctor for their severe depression. And I thought that was very inappropriate. And they were pretty much, my friends were very upset with the way Box was handling things. So after I had seen the way Box was acting, I had wrote a journal, and that's what started that.
Okay, so far the worst that Box has done is apparently been trolling your friend. Is that accurate?
Trolling, harassing my friends, gaslighting them. Yeah.
Okay, can you tell me what gaslighting means?
As far as I'm aware, it makes a person to appear insane. That's what the bare definition I'm aware of.
That's not what gaslighting means. What gaslighting means is you harass somebody and you question their view of reality to the point to where they start questioning if they're able to tell reality and events properly. It's an intentional thing. It's not an unintentional thing. And if you're saying that BoxOvFox gaslit somebody, you're going to have to provide some form of evidence to that being BoxOvFox's intent, because that's what that is. You have to prove intent on that. Can you do that?
I can prove the evidence I do have. I don't know. I'm sorry if I didn't know the definition of that correctly.
It's fine. A lot of people get it wrong, especially in the commentary community for the obvious reasons. The thing is, if it was just doubting somebody's experience or telling them they're wrong, then everybody's gaslighting, because everybody has said that to somebody at some point. So you've got to get some better definitions for your statements here. But so far, what you're telling me is certainly nothing to obsess over for 5 years, much less 5 months. So why is this still going on your end? Has Box done anything in the past few years that's of note? What did they do during the trolling that is so terrible?
Other than trolling, interesting. My name changed.
Yeah, let's not do that yet, please. Let me take a look at what the name change is.
Baiji.
Doggone it, Baishi. Oh, Bishi Baishi.
What happened?
I didn't even look. I just called it.
Sorry, continue.
No, it wasn't me.
Continue.
Oh.
Okay.
It's Rosie.
Go ahead. Sorry. People just like having fun in these calls sometimes. But anyways, what was the trolling that was done?
Well, with the trolling with Creeps was obviously messing with his story and stealing his work. With Menace, again, silencing him. With believe Lulubelle and Nimi was just basically just telling them to go find a doctor for their severe depression. And most recently, I found out that through a person named Neil,
Call me
that
Neil?
Box was... Yes.
I see.
God damn it! Every time.
Yeah, I've been talking to Neil. He's a very interesting person. I never in a million years would think I was talking to him. I learned a lot of things that, Box was doing this, that, and the third, and he was asking me information because I had previously run-ins, and he was just gathering all the information. And then next thing I know, I'm talking to Jar about his experience, and then it just led me to more people. And then I believe around October or November, I jumped in a server, rogue server, and at the time I didn't know I was running into Box. They were under another username, and they had put out a GIF that was extremely aggressive and hello, like pretty much a woman grabbing a GIF, or like not a GIF, but like a phone.
Mm-hmm.
And that ended up with me getting in contact with a person named Maddie Cakes because they had questions for me, and I answered my questions honestly, and they wanted to get in contact with my friend Creeps and ask him questions. So I basically emailed him, let him, figure a way to contact her, and they had conversations, and then Maddie had questions and conversations with me.
Okay, so what do you know about Call Me Nil?
I know he hunts
Pedophiles. Mm-hmm.
I was trying to think of another name of saying it, but yes.
Okay, what else do you know about him?
I do know he's very funny, and he likes to meme on people quite a lot.
Alright, let me tell you something about Nil that you probably didn't know. Nil suffers from genuine brain damage. That's not a...
Well,
I know people chuckled here, but that's actually not a joke. That's genuine. So, while I like Nil as a person overall, be very careful what information you take with Nil and run with it, because Nil is very forgetful, and Nil sometimes gets a lot of details wrong. So the old military saying of trust but verify has to go quadruply for nil.
Military.
Not because I dislike him, but because, well, one cannot help what one cannot help. Now, let's go ahead and take this again by numbers. You take issue because Box wrote a fan fiction making fun of somebody else's characters, right?
Yes, there is a very big reason for that for me.
And
I know
what's
that's completely off topic, but I have been taken advantage of when it comes to writing stories. And I used to be, a long time ago, in the creepypasta community. I had wrote a bunch of rough drafts, and a friend of mine that was really close with MCP took the worst rough draft and gave it to him. And they all made fun of me. They threw me under the bus. It was the most horrifying experience I've ever had. And I know it's like someone take your work, and before I could get the final rough draft out, like smooth all the problems out, it was never seen. Because MCP had a contest that if you could write a really good, story, he would read it. And that's what I was working on. And a friend of mine that I had trusted had taken my work and threw me under the bus. And Creeps had been the only person that took the final rough draft and read it. And you know what? He didn't have to do that for me.
Well, I can understand why that would upset you on a personal level. I do. But there's a difference between somebody dishonestly putting out something and claiming it's theirs and somebody just dicking with somebody because they think it's funny. You do recognize that, yes?
Yes, sir. I do.
Okay. Well, do you think that Box was trying to steal characters, or do you think Box was trying to have a laugh at characters they think were poorly written?
I'd say both.
Really?
I'd say both.
All right. Where's your evidence that Box was trying to steal the characters?
They basically took his work and just basically stuck it up on DA, and then when Creeps had put a copyright claim on it because that was his work.
Okay, so the story that you're referring to right now, that wasn't one written by Box. That was written by your friend, and Box just uploaded somewhere, yes?
I believe Box had rewritten it.
Okay, then that does not fall under copyright. That falls under parody. Do you know about parody law?
Yes, sir, I do.
All right, then how is that theft?
Well, as far as that I'm aware, all I know is they stole his character.
Okay, but
And
let's
I called them out for that.
Okay, let's look at this logically. Let's see if we can find a really good example here. Okay, so do you ever watch South Park?
No.
Okay.
Uncle fucker.
yes, very funny. I'm trying to think of something else here. Okay, are you familiar with the Dragon Ball franchise?
No.
Oh, wow.
Familiar enough with it. Do you know who the characters are?
I'm familiar with some characters, not a lot.
All right, do you know who the main character is?
No, I
don't-
don't watch it.
Okay. Shoot. Okay, well,
Knock,
the
knock,
main
it's
character,
me, Goku.
the main character in Dragon Ball is a character named Son Goku. Now,
Shibuku.
the entire series of Dragon Ball started out, and at some point still is, a parody / retelling of Journey to the West. In fact, it's probably the most well-known parody or retelling of a story that's ever been done. Do you think that Akira Toriyama was trying to co-opt characters, or do you think he was trying to have fun with well-established ones?
Well, in that case, he was trying to have fun with well-established ones.
Okay, and do you think that's different from Box having a good giggle at all of this? Because why? At Box's point... Go ahead.
The difference is, Fox was doing this out of malicious intent. This person just took inspiration from other work.
Oh, you can argue.
They-
You can absolutely argue that it was malicious. But malicious doesn't mean illegal, and malicious does not necessarily mean it's going to cause actual harm. Picking fun at somebody's badly written by their own values characters isn't the same as taking somebody's story and saying, this is mine now, they all belong to me, and you can never do anything with them. That's a different matter completely.
Yes, that's true. Under that context, yeah. Fox could write a parody story and there would be nothing my friend could do about it.
So my question to you is, why is this continuing on well past when it should have stopped? For you specifically, because you're still involved in this. Why?
I believe that I was involved. I was brought back, and a person named Maddie had asked me questions.
Okay. So, part of your entire thing here was you at one point told Box, why don't you do something else with your life? Don't you think this is a little odd for somebody your age? And you are now in your 30s, still upset and still involved in literally like deviant weeb stuff, to the point that you're making claims about somebody's intent and about somebody's actions that, number one, you cannot prove, and number two, have very little bearing on the real functional world. So what are you hoping to accomplish through all of this?
I believe the reason why I've done all that I have is, one, I was wanting to stand up for my friends because I believe what Box was doing was wrong. That was on a moral standpoint. Mm-hmm. The other part is I wanted to hold out the mistakes they have done and just tell, hey, enough's enough, it's time to stop. And then every time I turn around, it's never enough. They keep going on and on and on and on and on. And I'm for the longest time, I haven't said anything since the live stream with Neil, because that's when I came out about my experiences, because I know Fox and their friends didn't have all the pieces, out there, and a lot of lies have been told about me. I've been smeared for quite some time, and I had no way of getting out there or speaking out there, and Neil allowed me to speak out, what had happened that day. And I appreciated that, because everyone assumed that I was making everything up, that all the things that had happened to me was a lie, and that I was this just evil person behind the scenes, when in reality that was not the case. I just wanted to be able to voice what had happened to me.
And why is your husband involved in any of this?
Because there was supposed to be a bunch of individuals that were supposed to help me make a video, and Jar had offered me a spot on his platform. So he asked if I had issues or problems, I could make a video. And for some reason, I couldn't get anyone to really help me, so he made a video for me.
So your husband made a video for you because you couldn't get anybody else to help you with it?
Correct. I could not get anyone really to help me.
So you're a married woman. You're on the YouTube platform trying to do whatever you want to do, I suppose, and you're still hung up over this one person that, by what you said, and again, if I am wrong, I do want you to correct me, because I want to try to get to the bottom of this and help the situation stop if I can. The worst thing that Box has done, which again, I am not okay with lying, I am very much so on the record about that, is lie about being somebody's editor and writing really bad fan fiction, making fun of really bad fan fiction. Is that accurate?
I guess in a sense, yes. That's what has started everything.
Okay. It's been brought to my attention in the past few months that BoxOvFox also has a stalker concerning them. Are you familiar with any of this?
I believe the individual they're calling a stalker is named Saki. At the time in their video, my true video, they called him Saki. I have only known them as Maddie until later on I was made aware that their name was also Saki.
Okay, and what do you think of this person's actions toward Box?
They basically wrote, I believe, sorry about that. I've basically watched Maddie and Box argue with each other. Mm-hmm. I mean, Maddie had her own issues with Box, and they basically wrote a long document about all the stuff they have done. I believe they attached stuff that had happened to me and creeps on there, at least from our personal experiences. And they just voiced their opinion out about Box and all that is done. And when they figured that wasn't working, I guess they decided to send them a cease and desist, because they figured, well, I can't, this is stupid to handle online. I'll just do things legally.
Okay, but again, the worst thing this person has done is fan fiction related, and this person unironically sends them a cease and desist. Do you realize? I need you to engage, and I'm not trying to say this to be cruel. I'm really not. If I wanted that, I got a billion people in this call that would do it for me. But like, I'm trying not to be cruel here. But do you realize, like, at all, how goofy this sounds?
Yes, I do. I absolutely do. That's why at the very beginning I was just telling Box to leave my friend alone. I had asked them to please leave my friend alone, to leave my friends alone. And Box ignores that and doubles down on Twitter.
Box.
Just very quickly. From what I've seen, I know from September to December I was pretty involved, and then I just kind of became like moral support every now and then. What it basically leads to behind the scenes is a fight between Box and Saki, which for some reason they started taking legal action again, as stated prior. It's just a really weird fight.
It's not weird. It's not weird. It's dumb. It's dumb, Nil. It's freaking stupid. Okay, so Box, I know that you're having issues here, and I really hate to have to ask you, but I need you to unmute, and I need you to give me your side of this spoken so we can try to get this done, because this is so doggone stupid. I'm sorry, but it is. Like, the fact that this has gone into legal nonsense, which, by the way, lawsuits never work out. Your friend's not going to be able to do anything. Never, ever make a threat you cannot follow through on. And more importantly, don't make a threat that you advertise to the world. You're not going to get anywhere with a lawsuit about this, because any judge is going to look at this, notice it's fan fiction, and say, this is dumb, get out of my courtroom.
Yeah, can I get something cleared up real
You
quick?
may.
This is you're not writing a book. You're not publishing a book here.
I didn't write the document.
No,
I only wrote my journal.
No,
you're saying that Vox or Box or whatever stole your ideas or something like that.
I didn't say that. I said they stole a friend's ideas.
Okay,
Yes.
a friend's ideas. Okay, well, that's fine. You're standing up for your friend. So my question is, your friend writing a book?
Yeah, he is. He's been working on a book, and he's been working out the kinks and whatnot. So yes, he is writing a book.
Has he published any of that workings online?
No, not yet. No.
Okay, so how can Box steal those ideas then?
Because they had contacted him and asked him about it, and he thought, "Oh, I'm getting help. This is cool." And then it turns out that person had malicious intent.
Okay, so let me go ahead and be a little. I'm gonna have to be blunt here. Are you familiar with the person who goes by the name Chris Chan?
Unfortunately, I've only found out about them a couple of years. I don't really dive into people like Chris Chan.
It's all right. I'm not asking you if you're a Chris Story, and I'd never want anybody to be that. That's god awful. But the reason why I ask you that is because your goofy little friend here makes the exact same mistakes that clown did. Every person that offers to help me must obviously be a true and honest fan, and therefore I must take their... No. Your friend needs to learn to vet people smarter, first and foremost. And secondly, again, if you're doing all this for your friend, where's your friend?
Right now, he's moving into his new house.
What's your friend done to combat any of this if he thinks it's such an issue? And he clearly does think it's an issue.
Well, he has. He spoke out on a video about it, and the only reason why he left it up for a day is because he didn't want, his ex to be involved, because they already just got out of drama. They didn't want to drag their ex into drama. They had only stated that this is stupid, and this person should have never contacted them.
Okay, so...
They have spoke out against what Box has done.
Okay, so again, Box, I know you're here. I am genuinely sorry that I have to ask you, but you've got to speak up on this.
I'm right here. Hi. And if anybody recognizes my voice from earlier, please don't say it, because I do not want to deal with this bullshit anymore.
That's
right. Alright, what you need?
Go ahead.
What?
Jace doesn't know who you are because Jace doesn't pay attention. Go ahead.
Yeah, what exactly do you want me to, clear up where you want me to start.
Is this all accurate? That this is all about a fan fiction and your stalker sending a cease and desist because your stalker is literally an idiot in all of this? Is this all like more DeviantArt drama? And how in the name of God does Junkie fit into any of this?
Okay, so let's see. I met Saki, now Maddie, back in 2016. Met through some mutual friends. Things didn't go well, ended really bad. There was some video put out on both ends. We all deleted ours, she deleted hers. Just decided that enough was enough. Decided to leave it alone. Then May continues to stalk me. Throughout this time, at some point, Icy, now Clown, and Creekswork started dating. None of us liked him. He was a piece of shit. I don't know what else to tell you the relationship other than that. But basically what happened is he was giving all of us crap because we knew how to write characters, we were artists, we were doing our thing, and he was going on about how, oh, you only need script form, because, you know, I'm only doing this web series, and it's so great, even though he kept stealing shit from Evangelion.
What?
Yep.
This sounds absolutely fucking
Of
stupid.
all the
Oh,
things
it's
to
fucking
steal
ridiculous.
from, why is it always? Why do I keep coming out to Evangelion? Why is it always freaking Evangelion?
I don't know, but anyway, I went in under a new account, and, you know, I didn't even try to hide the fact that it was me at all. Like, you know, I had a bunch of foresty shit on my page. The account Forest Walker should have rang some bells, and somebody trying to get information on the character, like, right away. It was his own dumb fault for sharing it if it was so important. So I wrote a fanfiction in a couple of days, posted it. He got big upsetty and DFC'd me. The only reason why Junkie fits into all of this is because around the same time, me and him started talking and becoming friends. That's it.
Well, you know how I feel about Junkie, so I don't think we need to get into that. But
Yeah, no reason to. You know,
This is
opinions are
also-
opinions.
this is
All good.
also doggone goofy. This is also doggone, and now it continues because of a YouTube comment. And now we are here. I am 37 years old. I am talking to a 33-year-old married woman about a fan fiction debacle that should have just been chopped up as, well, I got trolled, I better move on with my life. But instead, we're still here 5 years later. So, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do something I very rarely ever do that I need to do more often because Jace keeps making fun of me for it, and everybody in the room needs to do it too. So I'm just going to hand this call over and let the room say what they want to say about this while I continue on the goofy thing I'm doing right now that I want to show to Jace.
Alright.
All right. If we're allowing everybody to talk, why are you guys talking about Junkie going in your ass?
What?
When you scroll up in the VC context.
I want to say, why not?
Why?
I hate all of you. Shut the fuck up, man.
No.
Why? Stupid.
Like, this is the most stupid, like, fucking 3-year-old took my toy bullshit that I've ever heard.
Oh, yeah.
You're 33 and married.
Whoa. 3-year-old taking your toy is important, okay? I need them Optimus Prime fists.
I want
Oh my
my
God.
dark
Show the
green.
fist.
God damn.
Go ahead.
This
Are you
is
done?
so fucking stupid.
Like, go outside and touch fucking grass. Get away from the fucking internet. Get a fucking hobby. Like, shit, dude.
For the love of God. That is 5 fucking years of this absolute nonsense. Why couldn't, like, Lio made a great point. Why couldn't you fuckers just please stay the fuck away from each other? Is it that hard? The internet is
See,
not
that's
tiny.
the thing. That's the funny thing. I've been trying to stay away from her. I made a whole new account and haven't told anybody what the new account is. To try and get away from her and try to get away from my stalker. Because I want literally
You
nothing to
still
do with
like
that.
each other.
I,
What the fuck is going on?
Somehow.
Oh no, they wrote a fanfic. I'm gonna cry about it.
My favorite part is their age and the fact that they're married and obsessing over this
How
stupid
long-
internet
how
shit.
long-
I know!
How long have you been married?
how long have I had been married?
Yeah.
No, that's not what I asked. I asked how long have you been married, not how long have you have been married.
Oh my God. Just get it done. Yes,
How many years have you been married to your husband? Simple question.
I believe now going on a couple years.
2, 3?
Couple.
You don't know
Two.
the number?
You don't.
What the
we
fuck
don't, we
is
don't,
wrong with
We
you?
don't need super specifics. It's fine. I don't care.
Okay.
I think
Couple is 2.
I think if I told Spooky this earlier, like if Spooky wants to like get their point across, they need to be willing to show Lio every piece of evidence that they have, and then Box needs to show it too, every piece that they have.
Well, the thing is, usually.
Or how about this is all over fan fiction. Do something else with your time.
Be an
Yeah,
adult.
deal with it yourself. It's fan fiction. Holy shit.
This is
Is the story that you linked, the Google Docs, is that the fan fiction that you made a parody? Like, is that what came of the whole thing?
Parody account.
The Google Doc itself is what I wrote. There was no, like... So, there was a tiny bit of a lie that Spooky told. It's not really all that important, but he did post some of the work. He was doing, like, little webisode things, and I referenced some of those in the fanfiction. But the fanfiction itself is 100% my work. Those are all my words.
That's the fan fiction.
Yeah.
Parody. Okay.
Yeah.
Jace, can you imagine somebody writing fan fiction about this room and people genuinely getting mad at it?
I mean,
I would love it. I'd read it.
I know
all
that
day.
Jack
I'm
Redford
gonna
made
write
fan
fan
about Barrel.
I'm fucking pissed my pants laughing. That would be funny.
I would get mad if they mischaracterized people. Like if they put Jace as this really nice guy.
No, that would be great.
I'm gonna
that would
write
be
Jace as
fantastic.
Yeah.
That would be
Yeah.
fantastic because that means people would come in expecting Jace to be that.
No, that's perfect. You are right.
No, but my point and their point still remains the same. This is, look, if like an actual crime was committed, granted, I'm going to say it again because I need to make it clear because I'm not okay with lying. Box should not have lied, period. I mean, that's true. But at the same time, the worst thing Box did outside of that single lie, which you could have and should have called easily, immediately, is Box wrote a fan fiction, and that's been going on for 5 years. Box cannot silence anybody. I think, gonna go ahead and be a little mean here, I think the entire Jar situation proved that Box can't silence anybody. At all. Because Jar wasn't silenced. The only person that Box can silence are people that want to be silenced or are for some reason scared of the weird furry on the internet. And why the name of God anybody would be is beyond me, but here we are still.
Well,
I
did encourage
weird
Super
furry
Menace to
cripple,
talk. I did encourage Super Menace to say something, but he didn't want to say anything. He felt
He
that
only said something after... Okay, hold on. He only said something after Jar posted his video.
Dennis the Menace.
And then he came into my DMs and posted a fucking monologue about you lose, Birdie, or what the fuck ever.
What?
Absolute fucking cringe.
I think you're all cringe.
I mean,
You're
yeah.
all-
Yeah.
Could you excuse me for a single minute?
Sure, go ahead.
No.
We'll wait for it. No worries.
We'll still be here to make fun of you. Don't worry.
It's alright, I got something.
I don't know why you're making fun of only one side of the party here. I think both sides of the party are kind of fucking dumb.
Oh no, you absolutely should. I'm not making any exceptions here.
Christ, my God.
I wouldn't
You
want
guys
you
love
to
the
anyway.
internet.
But the difference...
Like, I mean, okay, let's repeat. Sorry, hold on. Well, since we have the other member of the party here, yeah, I'll stick to what I just
Hello.
said. Yes, hello. You said you're so afraid of them fucking stalking you or whatever. Why? Why?
Because they have my home address, they have my personal email, my parents'
Yep.
personal email,
Yep.
and they have contacted the police in my parents' local area.
Right.
So
And
frankly,
what are
I
they-
do not want to...
Are they going to
I'm
show
sorry?
up to your doorstep? Is that what you're afraid of?
Actually, yes, they have threatened that once.
Can you imagine those showing up at your fucking doorstep? What are they going to do?
I mean, the most I would do is just call the cops on them, but with all that
There
I
you
have
go.
going on, I have... Yes, but here's the thing, I have a lot of medical problems, and I do not want to deal with their bullshit on top of the bullshit that I already deal with. I've been in the ER 7 times in the past year. Like, I got a lot of medical shit going on.
No, I think that's a fair concern, but ultimately you have to remember that, again, what you're dealing with are DeviantArt weebs. The worst, what are they going to do, post outside of your house? This person stole my fan fiction! You just call the cop and say, there's an insane person outside of my house, please deal with them.
Yeah, and you know, that's... Realistically, that's all that I want to do, that's all that I can do. but at the same time, I don't want to deal with their nonsense too.
No, I get it, but like, you stop.
Welcome to real life. You're gonna deal with it.
You've been dealing with this nonsense for what, 5 years now? Have you on your own collection done anything to them since that initial fan fiction?
To Spooky and Creepspark? No, nothing.
What? I just
From
got
what
back.
From what I've seen, they've had like spats and arguments, but I don't know anything like real super big.
So that's nothing.
Okay, hold on. So let's repeat a question. I'm assuming the other person is back. What were their name?
Yeah, Spooky's back.
Okay, hello. Apparently the claim is that your friends that you're defending have the docs of Box. Fucking right.
The docs.
The docs of Box. And that they're threatened to contact their parents and blah 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 and all that shit. Is this true?
Oh, they have. They have.
No, I'm not asking you. I'm asking.
Creeps does not have anything. He does not have anything.
Well, according to this person, contacted their parents. So
I don't know anything about them contacting Box's parents. I just know that a letter was sent. That's it. That's all I know.
Okay. Let me update you then, Spooky. Let me hold on. Can I speak, please? Let me just update you, Spooky, so you're like fully aware of what's going on and who you're associating with. I got one sent to my address. About 10 to 15 days later, I got a second one sent to my parents' address. Have no idea how they got that one. Same day as the first one, I got the cease and desist sent to my email, both my personal emails and my dad's personal email, which should only be found on his Facebook. Don't know why you guys were looking there, but okay, cool. Not only that, but when I said, when shit was going on and Saki or Maggie was being exposed for being kind of shit before, I said, hey, here's this person stalking me. And she decided to contact the police in my parents' town. So I had to go on my lunch break to talk to a cop who laughed at all your asses.
I have no involvement with that letter. All I know is what they have told me. That is it.
She has stated that before that if, you had somebody apparently impersonating me in DMs or whatever, I think that's fucking stupid, by the way. Somebody was apparently impersonating me, and Saki decided to make a post threatening to give my information to you and also drive up to my place, because we don't live that far apart, and hand me another cease and desist in person. When I was minding my own business, doing my own thing.
That I actually do remember Saki talking about in a GC was actually if they said that if Box continued talking about them online, like Twitter or Facebook and all that stuff, because the cease and desist had been sent, that they would drive up to Box's place and give a cease and desist. That is correct. I remember that.
I actually had Lio look at that cease and desist.
It's goofy.
And even he said it was fucking stupid.
It is.
It holds no merit. There's not even, there's no, signature or anything from any law firm or attorney. Nothing. I got sent a fucking Word document in email.
So, Spooky, now that you know this has happened, do you still want to protect your friends who are clearly fucking unhinged?
Maddie?
I don't know. Which one sent the fucking letter?
Well, I believe it would be Maddie. Creeps would not bother sending Box any type of letters.
Is that accurate, according to Box? Do you reckon it would be this guy, or that person, whatever?
I've never told Maddie to send any letter.
If it helps, I put a Google Drive folder in the VC. I can send it again. It has all the information, including a redacted form of the cease and desist. And both envelopes that came in, because there were in fact 2 envelopes, because I did get sent it twice for some reason, because apparently me not posting about it made her decide to send it again, for some reason.
I think both sides of this is and it's a silly
No,
stuff.
no. If Box's parents are actually being harassed over this, then I think the other side is far more dumb.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
No,
I
I
missed
never.
that.
I would never tell Maddie to send a letter to Box or their parents. I
Well,
would
it's not
never
about
tell
what
them to
you-
come.
Nobody's accusing you of telling them anything. Right? What we're saying is that these are apparently your friends doing that. Do you still want to stand by friends like that?
Not by those actions, no.
Okay, well, maybe you have a lot of asking to do on your friends' part. Instead of just jumping head first and attacking Box over here over something so dumb. You're, like we said, you're 33, dude.
Married
33.
You know, I see Skelby talking like I don't think Box is in the wrong for a parody fanfic making fun of somebody. I mean, not inherently.
That's fine. I would do that.
Lying again, that's my issue. You shouldn't have done that. That's stupid. Like, own what you are and who you are and what you do, because that's what I do.
Totally fair. Yeah.
Like, if that's the worst that Box has done, and all this stuff is on you guys' side of the aisle, no, that's not equal. It's not equal. It's stupid. Holy crap, this is dumb.
I'm gonna contact your parents because you wrote a parody fanfic.
I didn't. That's not even what that was about. That's not even what this is about. I
Then
only
what is
stood
it
up.
about?
I stood up for creeps. I didn't tell Maddie to contact your parents.
That's.
Except
Doesn't matter.
I think you're
We're-
missing the
you're
point.
now
This is what we're
associated
telling
with
you that your friends that you're defending have done in response, whether you knew about it or encouraged it or not. This is the people that you're defending.
I also sent a short. These are screenshots of text messages between me and my dad, where they actually did, in fact, contact the police.
Did you even tell them that you were using Kiwi Farms about this?
Oh,
I don't care. I don't care if they were. I don't care if they went on to 4chan about this, because that's not really relevant to.
I don't even have a Kiwi Farms account. What?
Yeah, none of us do too.
No, seriously, I do not.
Nah, man.
Most
Kiwi
that I
Farms
did.
is too
Okay,
good.
hold up.
wait. I need a clarification. When you mean use Kiwi Farms, what do you mean here? Get their information? The information was already archived? Like, what are we talking about here?
Are you asking me or Spooky?
I don't know. Whoever made the claim that they were using Kiwi Farms.
She made the claim of me. So basically what happened is that server that she mentioned however long ago, Rogue Internet Man, he was one of those people that covered Christian, used the Kiwi Farms for stuff. Of course, Kiwi Farms also talked about Rogue. Rogue went fucking delete fucking everything. And some people started focusing on Maddie, Saki, because she was doing some really heinous shit, as, you know, donating $300 to make her friend drink fish tank water on stream. They didn't like that. So, while that was going on my own YouTube, I posted a community post and said, hey, by the way, yeah, she's actually fucking creepy. Here's all this stuff that's happened to me. I
Lyle,
never
are you
posted
okay?
on Kiwi Farms.
Okay, how much of the fish tank water had to be drank?
Oh no.
Quite a bit. Quite a bit.
Can you give me, like, is it a liter? Is it a gallon? How much?
Okay, do you want a criticism to the other side here? To you, Box? Do you want a criticism? Was
Sure,
this
go ahead.
was this your friend doing this?
No.
This fish tank stuff? No?
No, just someone I was a fan of.
$300.
Okay,
I could make
somebody
it
you're a fan of. How about you have more good taste and be a fan of
Dude,
something normal?
I would eat. I would eat
yeah,
dog shit.
you're not wrong.
That I would not recommend, because that can put you in the hospital, and that's going to
By like $2.
No, of course you would drink fish tank water.
No, here's the thing. Here's the thing you need to
I was just saying.
when it comes, and I find it funny that you know these people, but you're not really all that familiar with Christian. That's kind of funny. Let me explain to you something about Christorians. Every single one of them, down to the last man, are troll shielders. Do you know what that means?
No.
Okay, a troll shielder is somebody who hangs around trolls, even though they themselves are cringy and have plenty of skeletons in the closet, because they think if they hang around the trolls or they make fun of other people, it will make them less of a target. Dylan Thomas is a lolcow. Rogue Internet Man,
Oh, I love
lolcow.
Dylan Thomas.
All these people are lolcows. Jace got onto one of Dylan's streams by convincing Dylan that he was Mr. Medicare.
Oh my god.
What?
Really?
That's moldy, but a goldie.
Dumbass.
So here's the
Oh
thing. The
my
reason why
God.
Rogue Internet Man probably went delete everything when the farm started looking at it because he's a lolcow. And using Kiwi Farms in and of itself inherently is not some magnum opus of evil that debunks everything somebody says, because every single person who does research on anybody who does abhorrent actions on the internet are going to use that because it's a resource of information, including people who have done, like, documentaries on people like Caro the Wolf. It is not inherently evil. It's what you do with it, just like every other platform. We are on a platform right now that has aided and abetted an unknown and untold number of child predators. Yet we're all still here.
Yeah.
So they use Kiwi Farms isn't the dunk on this case, unless you can prove that Box was on there, like, saying some heinous stuff about trans people, which would be hilarious, first and foremost.
Trans people!
But not for the reason you think it would be hilarious.
Trans.
Then you have nothing there. So that being a sticking point is goofy. So again, I'm not seeing anything here that justifies this level of obsession. If you want to support your friends, absolutely. One of the best ways you can support your friends,
What the fuck?
Tell them when they're being stupid.
I'm sorry, just the fact that she thought that was a gotcha. Fucking what? How?
I'm
What?
sorry.
It's okay.
You did. It was brought to my attention.
Well, whether they did or
By
not.
Maddie, my stalker.
Maddie,
What is Maddie's reason for being this obsessed with Box?
they have their own issues with Box. I let them handle that issue. The only issue I have.
I asked you, what is their issue? Why are they still doing this?
You know what? What I was told, it was over some package, and that was it. That's the level I know.
This package,
Oh.
my stimulus package.
Okay, this story is fucking hilarious. Who wants to
Uh.
hear about the dumbass Amazon package?
You.
I was basically told by Maddie that my friend Creeps was the person that was who sent the package, because Clown and Box had basically stated that Creeps had sent them the package, and I had basically told them that Creeps would never send any type of package to them in any way, shape, and form, or waste their money or even their address. Would not even risk that.
So basically what happened is, if anybody remembers in Maka's video when they talk about stack counter, that was something that Saki gave to me to use to, like, you know, track IPs just to scare people off. It's kind of what they did at that point. Yeah, we found her stalking our page, and we basically just said, hey, we see you on our page, knock it off. And then around Christmas 2017, Maddie gets package. We have no idea what the fuck happened. I didn't even find out about the package until 2020. No, 2021. It was 2021. I didn't find out about it until then. And she didn't find out until this fucking year that no, it was not internet trolls that sent it to her. It was one of her relatives sending her a Christmas gift.
Merry Christmas to you.
I can't imagine my grandma sending me something in the mail and me freaking out thinking it's something.
Shit in a box.
And the hilarious thing about all this is fucking Saki said exactly on her community tab that no, we did not send her that. As soon as she found out, she posted about it. So her whole big gripe with me, that whole big thing that she thought was her linchpin, gone. But she still hasn't fucked off.
God fucking damn it.
These are your friends?
I think Spooky's AFK right now.
No, I'm not.
Oh, okay, you're.
I was just letting everyone have the chance to speak.
That's fine, but like these are your friends? Your friends are unhinged. Granted, I don't think Vox is much in outside of a few things in a position to judge in terms of some things here, but like messaging Box's family over this, I have done things to people that would probably make your head spin. Never without reason, granted. Always with a justifiable reason because they're a scumbag. But you know what would happen if somebody called my parents over that? My parents would just make fun of them for being unless it was my old man. Then there might be
Parents
some
would call
problem.
That's what they would do.
Leo, the only person I
Yeah,
contacted,
somehow.
The only person I contacted was just the author to verify whether the person was telling the truth.
I'm not saying you.
No,
I'm talking about the company you keep and the people you are actively still, to this day, to this moment, still trying to defend.
He's mainly speaking on grinding gears / Matty Cake / Saki. Nobody's accusing you of doing anything. What he's saying is Saki did an action, but then you keep going, but I didn't do. Don't worry about that, okay? We're not going on you.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to be like neutral and let you know it's all chill.
Yeah.
He's telling you that you are. Hold on. He's telling you that you are blindly defending someone who you don't even know. Maybe they
I'm
have
not defending Maddie sending a letter.
No. Oh my God. You're defending a person like that. You're not defending them. You're. Hold on.
Needs to shut up.
Who the fuck is that? Baiju.
My husband.
What? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just woke up. You're fucking sandbagging my wife because you got nothing better to do with your time.
Here we go. Here we go. Sandbagging. No, shut the fuck up,
John.
Shut the fuck up. So whose name is that? Was that John? Is that his name? John? John. John.
Do you want me to bring my husband in the call?
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, you ran away.
He's not talking like that.
He called me a yeah.
Sorry, Chase.
That's fine.
You had to run away.
No, bring him
No,
in.
shut up.
Bring him in.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, he
bring
doesn't appreciate the way I've been talked to. No, he's been listening.
That's fine.
Okay. Oh, I'm so scared.
I also, while we wait for him to pop in, I also want to state that I left a couple of screenshots in there. How I found out about this mysterious
Nothing but a bunch
package
of fucking
was
middle school drama bullshit.
Yo, John, how about you say that? John, how about you say that directly into the microphone instead of whining to your wife about it? How about you come over here and say that here directly?
Why don't you have that same attitude towards your own wife who has been actively engaging in this nonsense for the past 5 fucking years, my guy?
Hold on, Jordan.
Big cringe,
Jordan,
bro.
Jordan, sit down.
I am sitting down.
Well, sit down lower. I can still hear you. So
He's just upset. He's just upset because he believes that I'm being.
You are being upset.
If he is upset because he doesn't like how we're talking to you, then he can find his testicles and he can didn't hear himself instead of hiding behind
Right.
you.
So hold on. Your husband, who is a man, is upset with the way we're talking to you. So what should a man do? He should come and confront those people that are talking to you like that, if that's what he believes. So bring him in here and let us talk.
Mainly because you're way too kind-hearted to be mean.
Listen. Hey, if John doesn't mind getting his hands dirty, bring him in the call. Tell him that we're saying to him, come on over here and talk to us. In your opinion, so stand up for her, defend her honor. Come on, John, prove that you're a man.
Get in here, Johnny boy.
One moment.
Spooky, did you hear what I said?
Yes, I did hear, but I cannot force him to come in here if he does not want to.
Well then.
I guess your husband. Okay, well, so your husband said right now that we are like disrespecting you, right? All this stuff, correct?
Yes, but
how does that make? How? Let me ask you. How does that make you feel as his wife? Like, let's say, assuming like he believes that you're being disrespected here, correct? If you were my wife and I thought somebody was disrespecting my wife, I would stand up for my wife. I'd come in and lay down the law. You know what I mean? He clearly doesn't care.
Well, one, I would have to give him a link to here to even come in here.
Well, I already gave him a link. No, I already messaged him. I DM'd him the link to send it.
Or if it's so hard to just sit down next to you.
There's some use out of you, Neil. Yet I'm impressed.
I won't waste my time with these irrelevant fuckwits with.
Hey, you're the one with the tiny. Hold on. Let me talk.
Yeah.
You're the one with the tiny little channel obsessing over 5-year-old drama. You're not going to tell me I'm irrelevant when you're not smart enough to take control of the situation.
Yes, Leo, you sure show them. Irrelevant.
He was just standing up for the lies that Box had been spreading about me. That's the only thing he stood up for.
Yes, and now he's sitting here running his cock holster because he's too much of a pussy to get in
entire
and talk.
community is breaking the community guidelines of YouTube, and yet you're
Sorry.
What is my community?
Lies.
Hey, Mushmouth, what's my community? I'm curious.
Can we? By the way, real quick, those of you, me, Leo, and maybe Jordan and Baiji, can everybody else like just not talk? Let us handle this. Thank you.
Yeah, I'll mute myself.
Well, come on, Mushmouth.
I
What
do.
community?
I do not want to start an argument. I was just trying to tell them my side of the story.
There is no point. This is a sandbag.
How is there no point? Have we
Entire point is to
disrespected
make
you,
you
Spooky?
look
Have we
bad.
disrespected you in any kind of
Well,
way?
you have brought my age in my marriage, which I do think
That
was a little bit.
Okay, that was brought in to clarify what your life status is, to bring a point as to you could be doing anything else with your time. That's the whole reason that was for it. Did we make fun of your marriage or anything like that? No.
No, but you are.
But I am currently making fun of your husband because, you know, he runs his mouth, but he doesn't come in here to defend your honor like any man would do.
I believe I can defend myself.
Yet he's in there.
It's not a question of you defending yourself.
And then he's down there running his mouth because he's all butthurt. Hey, big boy, if you're so butthurt, then be a man, get in call, or find somewhere else to cry your bitty little tear boys about. Can you do that for me, champ? Can you do that, sport?
That's another point, is that, you know, oh, yeah, I'm going to talk shit
Especially
about
when you're
them.
dealing with a community that's what, like child predators. I swear to God.
Wow, that's a claim. That's a claim that can land you in court. Now I want to directly speak to him.
No, go on. I'd love to know what children we preyed on. That's adorable.
Yeah, now he needs to come in because he's accusing us of some horrid shit. That is some horrid shit he just accused us
Glad
of.
to know he's more of a bitch than I thought, feeling much better.
Are you ignoring the fact that your husband just accused us of some horrid shit?
You're gonna
He's
read my
saying half the
message but not
community.
address people? Really?
What? Sorry? Which community?
Yeah, what community?
That's like most of their fucking drama, isn't it? Like every other fucking week, another one is a child groomer.
What? I talk about toys and action figures and cartoons. You.
Leo's a different person. He just in case.
Leo is.
How are you talking about my community?
Then why is he
Mushmouth?
talking to us? Yeah, why is he talking to us?
He's in the same room as me.
I know.
No, we can
like,
tell
why
that.
is he trying to make broad statements about the community when he doesn't even know dick all about who you're talking to?
Basically, the point is he doesn't know what he's talking about, and he's just talking out of his ass. That's what the point is here. He's making a fool out of himself.
Oh my god. Maybe, see, that's why it makes sense. He's married to a commentator, so...
Shut up, Jordan.
I'm not a commentator.
Well,
Yeah,
you got
she's
that-
not. Jordan,
You
shut
got
up.
that going
Why?
for you. If nothing else, you're not a commentary person.
Wait,
point
why
is-
did you
Wait.
change my name to Married to a Coward? That's inappropriate as hell.
Well, I mean, it's accurate, but okay.
I would like to be called Spooky, if that's alright.
I will change your name back to Spooky. I don't know who did it, but I'll change it back for you.
Anybody who changes their name, we're gonna get fucking banned.
It was Poop Guy that time.
I don't appreciate being treated this way. I have only stood here on
Okay,
my
hold
own.
on a second. Let's not play the victim. Your husband accused us of grooming. I take more offense to that than
He's
anything else.
stating the commentary community has gotten a lot of trouble with that.
Well, he's not wrong about
Because
that.
they
I'll
have.
give him that, but we're not commentary community.
And that's what I just told him. That's who he thinks I'm talking to.
Well, your
I
husband,
just
unfortunately, has, like, more chromosomes than IQ points, if this is the case.
I'm trying to literally
I know. It's not easy. You're trying to talk to two groups of people at a different time, but if your husband is so dead set on being his own commentary in the background, he needs to just sack up and get on here if he's just so doggone bothered by it. We're not sandbagging you. I'm flat out telling you that this has gone on for too long. You are in your 30s. BoxOvFox hasn't done anything of note to you or your friend for years now, and this is still going on. You don't think that's a little silly?
dragged into, and I believe that they were wrong. And I believe that what Box has been doing is wrong.
But the thing Box did was years ago.
Yes.
Ago. And you haven't let that go. Box hasn't even done anything in the past few years, but you're obsessed over this one specific incident involving fans.
Not one specific incident. They have involved my friends Super Menace, Lulabelle, Nemi Scribbles. They've hurt a lot of my friends, and I believe I have every right to stand up and tell them to leave them alone.
Well,
and every time
I asked you.
I have.
I get that. I do, but I asked you what this person's done, and the most telling things you can tell me were the fan fiction, because you thought it was theft, and the lying. These other people, which have the worst possible names ever, like, what has Box done to actually hurt these people? Can you tell me?
Yes, I have. I've told you what she has done. I have absolutely told you what they have done.
But again, is it anything different than what you just did about fan fiction and editor lying?
I believe when they go up to my friends and harass them and harangue them, that I have every right to call them out.
Okay, let me go
They
ahead.
can,
Let me go
but
ahead.
they have a right to do that to my friends.
Hold on.
They have absolutely a right to do that to
Okay.
my friends.
Hold on. Can you tell me what your definition of harassment is?
My definition, going out of their way to drag them through drama. They have done this.
So by your definition, you are also harassing people.
Correct.
Are you not aware of that? This is why harassment has to have a very specific definition. It's not about dragging people into drama. You can't drag someone into drama. I'm sorry, but you can't. Harassment is consistent and sustained mockery, insult, or beration, or even up to physical touch. If all Box has done is the occasional poke at these people, well, that's not the same as harassment. That's being a dickhead. It's being a gutter weasel with no moral value in who they should dick with. But it's not harassment.
Correct.
What your other friends have done to Box actually fits more harassment. I know you don't stand by what Maddie does, apparently, but what Maddie has done is by definition harassment. So why do you still hold on to this? Why don't you just let it go and live your life? You've been letting this live rent-free in your head for 5 years now. Don't you think it's time?
I have let go.
No.
I have let go multiple times, but every time I'm turning around, Box is dragging more of my friends into this. And then I tell my friends to do what they need to do and try to get away.
Okay.
And then when I voice out and speak, hey, leave my friends alone, they don't do that. So I have done it.
Sorry, I'll interrupt you. I got your point. What has Box done recently that has dragged your friends into where you are right now?
Because they are accusing creeps of doing multiple things that are not true. They have put my friends' information out there online.
Define information out there online.
Their
What
real name and the state they lived in.
Box, is this true?
There was one Facebook post where I posted a name and a state. That was after she had posted my Facebook in her 151-page stalker doc. I said, hi, by the way, help me find these people so I can try and get them to stop.
So it was your stuff that was posted first, and then you followed up on it.
Exactly.
So
But
there you go.
I do need
Fair
to
play.
state,
Oh, go
it
ahead.
was not an entire docs because back in the day on your Twitter, you had your Facebook linked at the one point. I forget where it was, but I remember finding it because I did troll you on that.
Well, it doesn't really matter if it was partial or if it was complete. I hate to tell you this, but
You
your
play
information-
dirty?
Well, not just playing dirty.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
It's also like your information, if you put it out there, it's out there. Box didn't magically conjure it up. Box didn't hack anybody. If your
They just-
information
Oh, I
is
know.
publicly anywhere, then it's not private anymore. I could find spooky, and I'm saying this not because I want to be spooky. I'm saying this because I want to make a point. I could find your information in about 10 minutes. And I could do it with 100% legal means without any form of hacking. I can find it because you put it out there. Box doing that's not any different in the grand scheme of things. I know with commentary there's this so vaunted rule of no doxing, but everybody puts out their information somewhere. You just got to know where to find it, because that's how I find who child predators are, so I can report them to the police.
Well, you're a child predator, so.
I'm a child predator hunter, and apparently I'm a trafficker too. Don't forget that, Chase.
Oh, yeah, true.
And half your community is pedophile.
Yes, even though I'm not commentary. Brilliant.
Terrorist.
So, basically,
No, my
I don't-
name has been thrown out there too. Believe me, and it was given to me in privately from Box's friend. So no, my personal information has been used against me. So no, that has happened.
Well, no, my point is not even that. It doesn't matter. What my point, more important point, is the fact that your friends started it. They're the ones who published Box's information first. So don't complain when Box does the same.
But Creeps' name should have never been out there. He has not been in anything. The only time he ever came out was a live stream.
Okay, hold up. Creeps' name was attached to his old, fan Creepswork fan page. That was his own stupid fault.
I could say the same about you putting all your information on Twitter.
The most I did was a GoFundMe 6-7 months prior to you guys getting on my case again, because I lost my job suddenly.
Yeah, but your real name was still on that. Public information is
Which-
public. That's the point.
Which, fair. I will totally admit that. My problem comes from, there was a screenshot of a post on my personal Facebook saying to all my friends and family, hey, if I have to delete my account, it's because I'm dealing with these stalkers. No mention of name at that point, no nothing. They found that screenshot. It did not block any of my friends or family's names that had commented on there, and decided that was somehow a big point of contention. And also, Maddie stated in that doc that, if she was some crazy psycho stalker, I'd be dead by now.
Why didn't you just private your Facebook or something?
Oh no, I did after that. It's gone.
Or if you were dealing with stalkers, my guy. Jesus.
Honestly, they didn't even come up as a thought that they were gonna go that far until after it already happened.
I've
Because at that point,
everything about myself. Why wouldn't you private your information if you think people are stalking you?
because I wasn't thinking about it at the time because everything was going on at once. And that Facebook was from when I was 13. So excuse me if the privacy stuff was not as private as it should have been. Now I've heard, and now you can't even search me on there. But apparently, Nil has been looking at my mom's Facebook because in a stream he mentioned that he saw a picture of my face.
No, actually, I know your face because Just a Robot flashes it on screen in his one video.
No. In a stream, you mentioned that I was growing facial hair because I'm on T. That was after I made my...
That would be on your Facebook.
No, because my Facebook, at that point, before I was growing hair on my face... No.
Neil, why are you looking at their face? What is wrong with you?
Oh, I look
Is
at...
that how you end up...
I look at everybody's Facebook. I get everybody's private details and everything, like whether I know them a little or a lot.
Why?
Autism.
I don't know. No, it's not the autism. Well, I am but that's a different thing.
It's not the autism.
What taught me to
Although,
get everybody's
thinking back
personal...
now-
What taught me to get everyone's personal information...
Okay, I understand that, but what does that have to do with me and what's going on right now? Because you were on my page. Or no, you weren't on my page, sorry.
No,
I missed that.
Actually, no,
You were
I talked to Pyrexia about that. I remember it was when I was shown by Saki in December after the one stream that
No.
you would put their name. I think it was when you put their name on your Facebook.
Hold on. No,
No.
What?
That's not what happened. And I am willing to stick up for Pyre right here, because, we know each other. I can guarantee that he did not say that, and also...
I didn't say they said that. I said that Saki told me that you doxed them and showed me a picture of that.
Okay, but the image that was referenced was not taken until March, and it was posted on my mom's page. I know because we went to a concert that night, and we took a selfie together. So why is that selfie from March coming up when I deleted my old account, made a new account, and completely privated it back in January? Why is that coming up, and why do you bring it up during your streams? That's my problem.
I think it's a valid question.
Because
I'm looking
apparently
right now. The last stream, let's see, 7 months. My last stream on you...
It wasn't in a stream on me. It was some random thing and you brought it up, offhand.
Oh, wait, was that when Majesty joined the stream?
I don't believe it was when Majesty joined the stream. I think it was a different one. I'll go back and look, but honestly,
I know I've checked your Facebook. I do not remember checking your mother's Facebook.
Okay, but the fact of the matter still stands.
Okay, you know what?
That this
Neil,
image.
Did you know that Box was being stalked? At all?
From what I was told by Saki is that it was a huge, like, back and forth, weird fucking battle that was continuing to this day, how they played it out to be.
Except I have proof that she's made alternate accounts to stalk us.
That doesn't matter. I was asking if Neil knew that you were being stalked, regardless of the evidence. So is that a no? You didn't know.
I know the Box claimed that they were being stalked, but whenever I talked to Saki, Saki always said that it's, like, again, a back and forth battle that's, like, basically going on to this day. Saki will randomly go up to me every now and then and just give me, like, screenshots, like, Box said this, Box said that, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Have you ever considered just telling
anything?
Have you ever considered just telling Saki to go hit the road, find something better to do, get an actual hobby?
Hit the road, Jack.
Don't come back no more, no.
Yeah, because how do you your friend is coming to you every now and then with all this like nonsense about this person who they've supposedly been feuding with for 5 years, and you just think nothing of it, absolutely nothing.
Pretty well.
They basically came up to me and wanted just to ask questions about a package, about how Creeps was involved in that, because Box was using Creeps as a scapegoat for that. And I was just answering the questions, and I gave them information to talk to him about the situation.
Oh, actually, wait, while I'm here, I know that I have made some comments towards Box. When I was in the stream with Majesty, he said that you and Junkie were apparently stalking me, and then...
What?
That I remember that. Yeah, when I was in the stream with Majesty and Mongrel. I think this was 4 months ago, and he said that he only attacked me because of them, and then... I made... No, because that's where I remember making comments on you.
Okay. Neil, that is not what happened at all. Majesty was getting uncomfortable and didn't know how to approach it. We were also getting uncomfortable, so we voiced our opinion. We never once followed you or stalked you. Man, I don't have the fucking time. Like, I'm in and out of the hospital.
Oh, I know.
all the time.
Well, that and what's the point in stalking Nil? Nil talks about what they're doing all the freaking time. It's pointless to stalk them.
Wait, actually, I'm gonna do something.
Also, if I may just say this, I know I'm not Junkie. I know I can't speak on his behalf about that, but I can attest that around that time, he's been busy with his own life in IRL. He has not been on Twitter for a good long while, still hasn't, because he has an IRL job and he's planning on trying to move somewhere into a new house.
That's great. And
I can attest to that too.
What the fuck what is wrong with you?
So the whole him stalking thing, not true at all.
Let me go back in the calendar, because you said it was 4 months ago, correct?
I gotta find... I know it's a chill with Nil.
Yeah, no, that didn't happen, because at the time I was actually in and out of the ER and getting an MRI because they thought that I had MS.
We are dealing with actual here.
Like, man, I was too fucking busy. And also, I don't care.
Yeah, this nonsense is still going on. 5 goddamn years later.
5 years?
5 years!
We haven't even been hunting
I found the video.
pedophiles that long, Lio.
Nearly that long, though.
No.
Almost.
I think Pyrexia can attest that I always give out my personal info and my banking immediately.
You do, but that's... I can't stop him on that.
Yeah, but don't do that.
It's either.
Don't do that in this server, because if people report it, it can get the server shut down, doofus.
Okay, I'll delete it. I'll delete it then.
Too late. I already did it.
Oh, damn.
I don't want Leo to lose his server.
Well, I mean, I'll just make another one if I do, but the point is, like, the principle of the matter.
But Pops, you could have done an Amazon shopping spree. Could have bought you some Transformers right there.
Yeah, they're all out of stock. It's pointless anyways.
Ah, rip.
More to the point, like, this is still going on over the dumbest of possible things. Spooky, what I would recommend for you personally is you don't have to get dragged into things. You can tell them no. And then you go live your life with your husband or do whatever it is. I don't know what you do. And frankly, I don't need to know. Like, if Box is not actively out there causing trouble regularly, which doesn't even seem to be the case here, factually, grow up! You're 33, Box is in their 20s, just move on, for the love of God, before I lose my mind and I start having beef with both of you. And I don't think either of you want that, because I'm meaner than both of you.
Yeah, like,
Yeah,
I love
no,
the... That's another thing, is that,
Me,
like...
I cannot be mean.
This is not your fucking dog fight. This is your friends' dumb fucking fight. So if they are so fucking sad about it and angered about it, they should be the ones coming in here and fucking worrying about it, yeah? This is none of your business, as far as I can tell.
So I was just coming in because I had watched the video and I saw something and I thought I would talk to Leo myself.
Did you get the result you wanted?
I get that, but like the point's still the point. If you're trying to defend your friends and your friends aren't standing by you, then you're not defending your friends. You're playing like bodyguard for people who don't care.
You're playing a messenger who
You're
was
being
sent to get
used.
shot.
You're being used.
Mm-hmm.
If your friend, like, I understand that you say this is of your own volition that you came in here. That's fine. That's absolutely fine. Do you really have a dog in this fight? Does this really bother you whatsoever? Do you really have nothing better to do? I'm sure your friends are adults, correct? These people that we've been talking about, they're adults, correct?
Yes, they are adults.
Oh, okay. Well, they're perfectly fine and should be able to solve their own problems. You shouldn't be in this server. They should be in this server telling us all these things.
Right.
So it's just, this is so goofy. It's not the goofiest internet drama we've dealt with, but it is still pretty freaking goofy.
I think that the amusing thing is, like, I can't remember the exact date. I've got it somewhere. But I did, in fact, try to reach out to Nay on an old account. Made it very clear that it was me, by the way. Tried to reach out and say, hey, can we just talk? And she made a whole ass wall of a community post that was still so mad that she rewrote the entire thing.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but Box, was it around March 4th? Because if so, the image I looked through my messages was sent to me by Maddie.
Okay, so Maddie's stalking my mom's page. Great. It was somewhere around there. Oop.
Yeah, then, yeah, Maddie's the one who sent that to me.
Why can't you people be normal? Like, why can't you just not do this at all? If
Okay.
somebody trolls you on the internet, just, like, either engage and have fun with it, or ignore it. This is so doggone stupid. This is so
Oh no,
ridiculous.
they're stalking my mom's Facebook. Oh, and
I mean,
what are they gonna
that's
do?
weird. It's uncalled.
That's weird. I don't disagree, but what are they gonna do?
Leo,
my mo-
I did try to handle this. I did. And it didn't get me anywhere. Even though I was telling straight facts.
Okay, if it didn't get you anywhere, then why are you still trying to go somewhere with it? Why not just move on and enjoy your life?
You know, the fact that you say you handled it says to me you got involved. And that's what trolls want. They do this with the intention of they get your reaction and then they feed off the reaction. Don't give them a reaction. Most people in their like, I imagine your parents are 30, 40, or 50. They're not terminally online.
No, this is a 33-year-old you're talking to.
Oh.
Why does my age...
Married.
It matters because usually people that are different portions of their life by now. I'm 4 years your senior, and I'm not having the trouble you are because my life is structured differently due to my age. Like, I can't even remember internet drama from 5 years ago, frankly. Unless it's like something funny or something I took enjoyment out of. I don't... Let me go ahead and give you an example from my life. Like, back in 2002. Because that was a 20-year-ago situation. I don't care. This is 5 years ago. Why do you still care? That nobody's dog got shot. Nobody's partner got, like, molested. No children got harmed. It was just typical, literally everyday stupidity you would see on the internet, and it's still being hounded about now. To the point where people are getting goofy cease and desists, losing their mind over Amazon packages that weren't even sent by the stalker, looking at each other's Facebook pages to try to find information and dirt. This is so unbelievably stupid. This is so mind-numbingly dense. Why don't you people get jobs and go live your lives and have children and loved ones and spend time doing hobbies instead of all this stupid crap.
Maybe this is their hobby.
Yep.
Hobbies being
Terminally
really turned
online.
Yeah.
Terminally online, yeah.
I mean, that's the dream, Pops. Don't you want to be 63 and still dealing with this nonsense?
Oh, he will be. He's made that his case now. He'll be in a like
Dumbass.
his last words when he's on his little deathbed. He's got all the wires coming out of him. He's got his poop sack. It's just gonna be him dealing with this shit. That'll be his last words, just dealing with internet drama.
No, I'm pretty sure my last words are gonna be "Thank you, Jace," because the moment I start flatlining, he'll be like, "Ha! Well, Matt, I told you I would outlast you. I told you I would be
Correct.
laugh at you on the side."
Correct. I will make it a requirement to ask you to tell me what hospital you'll be in, and then I'll talk to your doctor through Discord and tell him hook up Discord to his fucking life support so I can hear him die.
No, I have a better idea. You should just straight up show up there in your fucking Skeletor costume.
They're just gonna dox the room that he's in. It's fine.
It's
But,
okay. I'll set it up. Don't worry.
But Box, like, I'm reading what you're putting. Why does it fucking matter? If she's quote unquote stalking your family, then you're living rent free in her head. Move on with it. You're not gonna change that. She's doing it for attention. If she's making a point of constantly nudging you with this shit, ignore it. Get on with your life. How does it affect your life? Oh, spooky internet person watches my parents. Woo.
Spooky herself isn't really the problem. It's more
No.
Mari who is actively
that's not
contacting police in my
that's not
parents'
what it
area.
That's not what he meant.
Oh, Spooky herself? No, honestly, I just
No.
Scary
Scary
internet person.
It applies to anybody, not just
Yeah.
Spooky in the call.
Like, I've got people who I don't speak to anymore, who I've not spoken to in years, who still talk to my mom online, and my mom will never meet them. I don't give two fucks. Like, I literally just go, oh, okay.
My mom shitposts for me on the internet.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
I find it a problem when they're dragging the authorities into it, and I ask them to stop. That's it.
Well, that's the thing. It's because you're reacting to it. The authorities will stop. Like, if they want to drag the authority, if you keep feeding it, there's someone who wants attention, and you're giving them that. They are a child. They have a child's brain. A child will do whatever the hell they want, whether it be cry, scream, throw shit at the wall, or fucking, set fire to the place just for your attention. Don't give it to them. Very simple.
Here's the thing with the police. What they're gonna do is they're gonna tell them to leave them alone because there's literally nothing that they can do about any of this nonsense.
Exactly.
Dealing with internet is not something the police care to do, ever.
If I was the police coming to your house, I would have just asked you, why didn't you just call their moms gay?
You just call them gay, block them.
Yeah, Tate, I don't know if you were here for that, but I did actually get a call from one of the police officers, because apparently Maggie was trying to say that I was going to release her docs info. None of that was going to happen. No proof.
I'm making a joke.
Hold on, let me finish.
Yeah.
Me and the cop actually ended up laughing, and he said, let's just pretend this call never happened.
I get that. I get that.
Yeah.
That's the whole point. That's how it should be played off. Like,
And that's how it will be played off. It's just the more you interact. Like, let's say tomorrow, the police come around, do the same thing. Don't post about it on your Twitter. Don't fucking talk about it. You let it die. Yeah, just literally sit there and you go and get a cup of coffee, you sit down with your mother, you have a laugh, and then you get on with your day. If you post about it, you are bringing attention to them. If you talk about it with your friends, you are bringing attention to them. Don't do it. Don't feed it. It is so fucking simple. I have dealt with trolls. I am a troll. I literally can tell you, like, the more you feed it, the more they continue.
Alex, I'm going to dox you and speak to your mother. It'll be
Good, go for it.
What did I jump
my
in
mom
on?
would actually,
Coyote,
my mom would
this
split
is-
you in half.
This is some nonsense. So for the past 5 years, these people have been arguing over some ridiculous nonsense.
We're not recapping the story. Fuck you.
Yes, we are, because it's Coyote.
No, I don't care. I don't care. We're not recapping the story.
So what's going on?
It's alright.
No.
I'll put this in TLDR. DeviantArt-esque drama.
Yeah.
That explains literally nothing.
Then I'll
Perfect.
Then I'll type it.
Perfect. That's for you, Spooky. You're still here. I can't see the call. I'm in game.
Yes, I am still here. I'm being.
What was set to you still also applies. This is not your fucking fight. This is your friend's fight. Yeah, if they want to if they have a problem with all this shit or whatever, tell them, whoever they are, to stop fucking hiding or whatever, and either ignore Box, like we just said to do to Box to your fucking friends group, right? Tell them to do that, and if for some reason they really need to talk to Box, then they can go and talk to them themselves, or better yet, they can hop in this server and have the similar conversation that we had here.
No, I've been trying to have them join because they keep going on about how you guys are just sandbagging Spooky nonstop. And I say, well, join the call then. And then they keep making excuses why they can't.
Right.
For the time being, I understand that pretty
One at a
well.
time.
Like, I'm not trying to be rude to them. Ogichi is being a pussy. I won't pussyfoot around that. Right now, Maddie's at work. I'm not going to give her any hassle on that. But they keep saying... What?
Can I just ask, what the fuck is sandbagging? What shit Zoomer term is
I also
basically what they're saying is happening is every single person here is just basically
Dogpiling. It's dogpiling.
deafened. I've been trying to stay neutral. Pyrexia stayed neutral, I believe. And then Lio has been asking questions. And then Jace is... Well,
Being Jace.
Yeah, he's been Jace.
I have also been asking questions. Fuck you, buddy.
You've been asking them in your own special way, buddy.
So, just get something clear real quick.
Go ahead.
I just want to make sure I'm understanding this correctly. This whole thing is happening because someone is mad BoxOvFox trolled their friend and wrote a parody fan fiction of that friend's character 5 years ago.
Yes.
And I had
The thing is, there's more. They keep saying that it's a trap to join here. But what I'm saying is, if they join in here, they can share their evidence. They can let their side be known. But they keep going against it, and I don't know why.
So Neil, right? The only people who worry about traps are people who have got something to hide. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
Yeah, exactly.
If they're being honest, if they're being full front and honest, and I'm not involved in this group that much, but if they're being full front and fucking honest, that'll be proven through their quote-unquote evidence. If they want to sit here now and be like, oh no, I can't possibly join because it sounds like they're making up reasons not to join. It's like, well, either fucking join or
Here's
shut
the
up.
thing. Here's the thing, Neil. Ask them what kind of trap are we laying down here? What kind of possible trap are we laying down? What's the trap?
Why do we need to lay a trap for drama? We even sat here like, dude, this
Look,
I don't even
Here,
care
I can
about
make this
that.
simple. You can trust that this isn't a trap because traps are gay and we're not gay.
Yeah.
Thanks, Coyote.
Most of us aren't gay.
Coyote, you're gay.
You can't prove that.
Yeah, I can. I've got these pictures right here.
Oh fuck.
Yeah. Oh wait, no, these are me again.
I was about to say the only people that have to worry about traps are straight men.
Well, there's another
But that's
group.
the thing,
There's another group you're forgetting. It's like masked millionaires trying to cover up their stuff where the Scoob gang busts them. They
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I've got this video of
You
Leo
got that.
playing Second Life and fucking a furry. I've got that.
Okay, I'm being accused of gaslighting now.
By whom?
And apparently I'm attacking them for not standing up for Spooky.
Wait, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Neil.
Hold on a minute. So this is other people, and you're like working as a mouthpiece for them right now because they're scared that this is a trap, and now because
Pretty
you've
well.
confirmed it's not, you're gaslighting.
Yes.
No, I know. I'm gaslighting them for saying that they're not supporting Spooky right now because they won't join the call.
It's because Spooky's husband is a limp dick, mushed mouth coward.
Well, you're assuming
They don't-
Spooky. No, hold
Well,
on.
they
You're
don't
assuming. Is Spooky's husband in that chat?
Yeah, Ogichi's
Is
in there.
Spooky's husband saying those things?
Matty Cakes is basically going on me, and so is Ogichi thinking I'm trying to hurt them. But they don't understand, if they don't get in here and they don't say their side, it's going to look worse on them regardless.
I mean,
that's-
these names are making things pretty bad.
Shut up. Have they answered my question from earlier? What kind of trap we're laying down?
Maddie's typing.
Oh, go ahead. I want
Look,
an
do
answer.
you want my advice? Like just
No.
real quick, Neil. Do you want me? Shut
No.
the fuck up, Jace. I'm talking to Neil.
No.
Nobody cares
Fuck
what you
your
think.
advice. No.
Neil, I'm gonna give it to you just because Jace doesn't want me to.
No.
Oh boy.
So I'm gonna give
They
you. I'm gonna
completely
give you my.
deflected it and instead said, I've shown my evidence and explained my side to multiple people,
I'm
even publicly.
I'm
And
gonna
then
tell you
went
right-
on.
Okay, Neil, I'm going to tell you right now. What you should do is just tell them, I'm not going to be your fucking sock puppet. I'm not going to say all this shit for you and parrot it. If you want to defend yourself, come in here and defend yourself. If you don't, I don't give a fuck. And then what you should do at that point, stop engaging with their asinine bullshit.
Hell
The thing is, like,
you're
I'm
enabling them. Right now, you are enabling them to continue saying, oh, I don't want to. It could be a trap.
Or-
No, you have to completely say, I'm not doing this for you. You have to do this for yourself.
Or hey, I have a better question. Give us a link to your server and we'll go over there.
Oh, I was about to say
It's
that.
it's not in a server. It's in a GC.
Oh,
Add us to it. Add us to the group.
Also, I remember what happened last time.
What
Hey, I'm
happened?
sorry we nuked your server, man. It's not my fault.
I'm not.
Dude, that was awesome.
I just started fucking kicking people. I remember that. That was fun.
Well, the funny thing
No, but,
is there were people who legitimately got triggered by it and and they're still mad about it.
For real?
No, a lot of people are still mad about it. Like Mongrel especially brings it up like every time that I talk highly of
good old
Lio.
Mongrel.
That was funny. Like that one person, because I couldn't kick them because they were mad. I started kicking other people. It's like
Yeah,
every time
because
you displease me, I will
every
punish
time,
somebody else.
No, it was that. It was like every time this mod says something in the chat, I will kick somebody. I was like,
Because they bothered
One
me.
that then I deleted every single chat and renamed it to Jeb Bush. We had one chat, the Guac Squad, and one emote, Jeb Bush.
Even though I was the owner, I was the only one who gave no shit. I have no clue
the
how.
funniest part. But anyways, so where's this conversation taking place, Nick?
Group chat.
It's in a GC group chat.
What is it's a separate group chat? It's not a group
Yes.
chat. Wow. Okay. Group chat. Okay. Can you invite us into there?
You'd have to
I
ask
don't.
a friend and then invite you in, but
Oh.
the leader of the chat can easily kick you out, so chances are they're gonna just kick you
Well,
out.
I'm the
You should
leader
go in.
of the chat.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah,
I
I'm leader
won't.
of the group chat.
I'll only
so-
do it if I get Spooky's permission, and I'd probably only add Lio.
Boo.
Lio,
No,
make
I
them add
agree.
me too.
I agree to these terms. Leo, go in there.
Kick some ass, Leo.
See if you can get me in there. I want to be in there.
Get pulled into more drama, old man.
Leo, as long as you go in there and ask for me what kind of trap we're laying down, I'll be happy.
I would appreciate that not happening. I don't need any more of a fight than it already has.
Oh, boo,
Fight?
you're no fun.
Wait, hold on. What do you mean fight? Is your husband mad at you about all this?
No, he's not mad at me.
They better not.
They mean the GC. There's a fight in the GC right now.
Well, yeah. Here's
Oh,
what you do.
yeah.
It's simple. You tell them to stop being pussies. They sit there and they talk about, well, the other guys are a bunch of. I don't see them doing dick all. I see them being a bunch of cowardly cucks.
Yeah.
CUCKs. We're dropping
You know
some
what?
CC.
Just let's
Right.
go with they won't come in here, therefore they are guilty. Guilty, guilty, guilty.
Being little
What
bitches.
would my husband be guilty for other than talking smack and not knowing the situation?
Being a little bitch.
Stop.
He's guilty for being a coward. He's
Hell
guilty
yeah.
of sitting here raging about how we're quote unquote steamrolling you, sandbagging you, while he sits there and plays with himself.
Well, now they're saying, well, Maddie just said to Spooky that if Spooky says anything bad about Maddie, like I'm doing, apparently that they're not going to take it. So now they're taking frustrations out on Spooky.
Oh, fuck you, Spooky. How dare you?
You have some really good friends, Spooky. Holy
Right?
fuck.
That is
Like,
amazing.
I don't, like...
So,
yeah,
so
I-
Spooky, let me get this straight. You go in here to clarify some things for your friends. I mean, yes, they didn't ask for it, but, you know, it's just a nice thing to do. So you do that, and then your friends, once the fucking... They're in the fire, once the fire comes to their doorstep, which it would regardless, because they do dumb things, all of a sudden, fuck you, Spooky, man. What are you doing, Spooky? Stop it, Spooky. Does that that sounds like a healthy friendship right there.
I already told them that I was talking to Lilo from the very beginning. I told them in a group, then told Neil and my husband that I was going to talk, and I was going to explain my side of things, all because of a comment I saw in a video that I happened to be listening to today. And that's
So you
it.
warned them. So you did tell them, and they didn't object, and now they're telling you, "Fuck you, Spooky." For
Well,
doing
they did object, but they didn't exactly stop Spooky.
How could
How would they be able to stop her?
And then they didn't even ask to reschedule for a date that everybody could be there, like I suggested, which I think would have been better.
I think Leo needs to go in that room.
I'm leaving that up to Spooky, but Spooky says yes, he's in there immediately.
Spooky's not
Spooky, I think you should say yes.
Spooky's not going to say yes to that, and you know that.
I think Spooky should say yes to that.
I don't disagree that she should, but I know she's not going to, because she is married to one of the people in that group chat, and I have.
So what?
Let me finish. I am not done speaking. I have a stinking suspicion, a very sneaky suspicion, stinking suspicion that person.
Well, hear me out. Hear me out.
I am not done speaking. I have a sneaking suspicion that person probably does a lot of blustering stupidity around his wife, and whenever he gets called on it, he probably has baby rage fits, and I do not want to cause any domestic disturbances.
Yeah.
Oh, Spooky, are you being abused in your marriage?
No, don't ask
you?
that.
Why not?
Fucking hell, Neil. Oh no, it wasn't Neil.
That's me.
Yeah, god damn it, Neil. Yeah.
Oh shit, man. That's an insult. That's the biggest insult I've ever heard.
Dude, I saw the green thing light up for Neil when Tuped said that, so that's why I said it.
That's fine.
I don't think that's a question they'll ever answer, and we shouldn't really be asking that.
No,
I mean,
but
they can.
My point is ultimately, like, I know why she'd want to avoid having me in there, because if he's going to be such a blowharded moron in basic conversation while complaining that we're sandbagging his wife while doing nothing, of course he's not going to want me in that group chat, because all he's going to do is take it out on her, and that's not fair to her.
Yeah.
Because so if they're scared of anything there being leaked or anything, why don't Spooky and Ogechi just have a GC with only three?
The point is, nobody with any salt is scared of something being leaked. That's why, Nil, when we looked at the incident that happened yesterday, I wasn't freaked out, because I stand by everything I say, whether it's public or private, because I am consistent. If these idiots are scared of things being leaked, they're likely cowards.
Yeah, and I want to talk to cowards.
I'm not a coward. I am speaking to you.
Talking about you.
No, you're here. You're here. You have more balls than
We're not talking
anybody.
about you. We're
in this
talking about
situation.
your husband and this Maddie moron. Not you. Not you.
So, what is this person's husband and this Maddie moron talking shit about?
Apparently, we are Nilla's gaslighting. We are sandbagging, and I mean, next thing we're gonna be accused of being the SS. So I'm just waiting for that one.
Oh,
What do
the
you
new
mean,
one.
literally the leader of ISIS?
Oh my god.
SS. That makes you think ISIS?
Dude, it's fucking
Uh-oh.
World War II. Think.
No, make it a I was trying to make it funny, okay?
Oh.
You failed.
Not funny.
Is that Nekokota avocado?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I knew that. I knew that
Why
shit
do you
joke was
always
you.
come in here to get just to get bullied?
Because it's her king.
Oh,
It's her
Lio, can I
king.
answer that question with another
No,
question?
no, fuck off. No, don't
It's
answer that
comments
question.
or YouTube. That's what you need to
You
know.
want to hear me out on this, Lio? Can I answer that
No,
question?
no.
No, you're
Fuck
gay.
you. Shut up.
Being spoken to, so I will answer. Yes, go ahead, Neko.
Oh my god.
Boo.
You want to see my Pokemon cards?
Oh my fucking god. Jordan, do
Good job,
not enable
Lio.
us.
Good job.
No, I would not want to see your Pokemon card because I do not care about Pokemon.
But I do. Coda show.
But one has like a really cool bird on it.
Don't care.
Leo, go in the room.
I have not been added to it, and Spooky does not want me in it, so therefore I will not be added to it. It's that simple.
Yay.
So, since we're not
Yay.
going to get anywhere because the other party on this, both Maddie and Spooky's husband, are cowardly pieces of garbage, then unfortunately we're going to have to... I'm not done. We're going to have to end this here, and I'm just going to say this. Get hobbies, get lives, stop obsessing over internet stupidity, and if your husband's going to be mush-mouthed and brain-dumb enough to sit here and cry about other people being jerks and commentary drum accounts, maybe he ought to take his own advice and stop being one himself. That simple. It's really just that simple. So I do not want to hear another word about any of this, because here's the thing. I talk to Box. I've seen the things that go on here. All of this is stupid. It is childish in the worst possible ways, not even in an endearing way, like Opal wanting to eat paste, but in a, oh my god, how do you keep functioning as an adult way? So if this does not stop, I'm going to get involved, and I will not be nice about it.
Get involved. Right now. Go in the room.
All I was going to say, Leo, is there's a thing from 47 minutes ago from this person talking about sandbagging, saying sandbagging is probably the lowest and scummiest thing you can do to a person. especially when you know how vulnerable and thin-skinned a person is. So you can use that to your advantage to drag their age and marital status into an argument, quote unquote, unquote, unquote.
Cool. Don't care. He's a pussy, and I have no reason to value the word of a pussy. And frankly, here's where I get a little bit mean with you, unfortunately, Spooky. If this is the caliber of man that you've married, you might want to start rethinking your options. I'm gonna go ahead and say that. Because if he's not even man enough to get into a freaking Discord call to defend you, never have kids with him, never do anything of value with him, divorce him and move on if he's going to be this much of a coward. That's my value.
Wait, is Grinding Gears Spooky's husband?
Spooky is the husband of the weeaboo named person who says that.
No, I know, Puffs, but the screenshot shows Grinding Gears in boxes.
I think it was Maddie or something.
I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. God, I don't care. I don't care. My point stands.
It's all your fault, Leo.
Sorry, Lio. I'm a bit confused. So do you care or not?
Neko, I will take you out back and I will beat you like a bad puppy.
I was making a
Wait, you beat your dogs?
We don't have dogs.
Beat you like a cheap
Because Lio fucking beats them, that's why.
No.
Alright, Spooky. Did you hear anything Leo just said to you?
Yes, I heard him perfectly.
What are
clear.
your thoughts on what he said?
I highly disagree with him with my husband. I think that everyone should be able to join and talk and clear their mind about things.
They can. We've extended that invitation, but they don't want to because they're scared for some reason. We have traps.
And I have agreed with Neil that we should have rescheduled to talk. I mean, I don't really appreciate anything that has been said about me or about someone I married. I think that's really uncalled for.
Well, it's not about you that things have been said. It's about your coward of a husband, because if he's scared of being trapped in a Discord call, then you need to start rethinking things, because if this is the level of courage he shows for literal online strangers, then I wouldn't trust him to draw a bath, to be a dog catcher, or to even take out the trash.
I drew you a bath, sir.
I knew you were going to say that, doggone it. Why did I do it? All right, we done here?
Yes, I believe
All right,
so.
you're excused.
Thank you, sir.
And there they a lot of curiosity. Anyone want to see my Pokemon cards?
No, shut the fuck up.
You know,
I will ban you. I will.
Speaking of Pokemon, you broke several
That's a
rules.
rule break. Yeah, that's a rule break.
You
That's
broke
a
it
draw.
twice.
Pokemon, more like broken, Ron. Yeah.
So I'll let Chase
What the
decide.
fuck does that even mean?
I don't know.
Me? No, you decide, Baiji. I'm playing right now. My brain not functioning.
Okay, you have to draw whoever that person was bowing down saying, yes, sir, Lio.
Wait, which person? I'm so confused.
Or Spooky.
Can I get a reference for how they want to be depicted?
Just
No.
Spooky, scary skeleton.
Okay, so you want a skeleton bowing down to Lio, saying what exactly?
Saying, thank you, sir.
Okay.
May I have my sloppy seconds,
I will
please?
get to try.
Leo, you alright after that?
Oh, I'm fine.
Is your hip alright? Is your hip...
So yeah, there you have it. This entire half-decade of legitimate stalking, fake legal threats, and stupid obsession was over a fan fiction. Now, to my knowledge, outside of obsessive community posts, Maddie hasn't done anything since this call. And if she's smart, she'll keep it that way. And while I hold no ill will specifically towards Spooky, this was asinine. Hopefully something was learned in the embarrassment here and going forward. Anywho, lore has been dumped, artists have been fed, and this week you're all getting another call as it's time I power through some of this stuff and complete some projects. Special thanks as always to my patrons, and you can become one by clicking the link in the description, or you could just join the community Discord. Take it easy, and I'll catch you next time.